¿De quién es? Creatividad y copia. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming today. And today is going to be one of the last lectures you're going to be hearing from me. So I'm sure you're sick of me. You've been watching me all days. But I would like to give you a couple of advices. Today, we're going to be talking about what is going to be happening with your startups after you have found the product market fit, okay? And you're starting to grow as a company. There's one company, for example, like Metrica say. How many people do you have in the company right now? 16 people, okay? So people will start to float into your company. And these are advices for companies that they have between 20, 25 employees. So sooner or later, you need to be doing this. Don't waste your time if you haven't reached the product market fit. So these are advices for these kind of companies and onwards, especially if you've been working for a large company before. So, okay. That was the first thing. Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about the fundraising at Bolt. So what will happen after you finish the program? And if you like, we can help you out to raise money. And this is something you know already. And then we'll talk about the management, the HR, and everything. Okay, one thing that we want you to have in mind is that we will not replace you when raising money. Okay, there are some companies that they believe you're going to be doing the coding and everything, and we are going to be your fundraising team. No, we are going to be complementing you. Okay, so don't stop raising money. So what do we need from you? You need to sign an agreement with us. It doesn't matter if the company is being already set up or you have a project. So we have a document that will comprise both. Sooner or later, you need to make a decision about setting your company up. We have a speakie here, and they don't know what to do. To stay here, to go to Belgium, or go to somewhere else in Europe. So you need to make a decision about where to go. And then we need your updated documents. That means a executive summary, 1 page. I think Charo and Maria, they've been chasing you like hunting dogs, persistent hunting dogs. We need an investor deck. We've been asking you for that for quite a long time. That document should be alive. In the case of Speaky, talking about them again, a week ago they have 8,000 users. Now they have 9,000 something, right? So if you don't have a live deck, when we will try to represent you, we will have an issue. We don't want that to be outdated. And another thing important, be available. That will not be your case because you are in full life in your startup. That means that if I call you and I say, I have a meeting in 3 hours with an important investor, we need you to have a handout and everything, you don't look for excuses. So if you look for excuses, investor will say, are you part-time? Like, no, I have some other thing to do. Raising money is the most important thing when you're raising. Okay. So this is our advice. Do it. If you don't do it, if we keep on searching and chasing you, we will lose traction also. So if you don't close the agreement with us, we will be focusing on some other companies. Okay. I need battery into my computer. Sorry about that. Okay. Next events. What is going to happen after we end up the acceleration? We'll have some sort of mini investor day here in Malaga. We're organizing that with the Ayuntamiento, some other people. So we'll try to host it here. Call most of the investors we know they could be interested. So we'll try to have this by the end of March in our premises. We'll have another one in Seville. And this is due to the fact that our legal team in Montero Aramburu, they know too many people that they want to invest. So we will organize something in Seville and try to bring a lot of investors too. Why don't we do a huge investor meeting?
Will it be the same day or different?
No, it will be a different day, of course, because you should be in both. I mean, that is the whole idea. And probably we'll have some investors from Seville coming to the first one that we believe is going to be the one in Malaga. Okay, what else? We have Malaga Bali coming on the 20th and 21st of April, and there will be a lot of CEOs and companies coming here. So you have a chance also of meeting face-to-face with them if you are around. And rolling investor meetings. Any day, there will be coming people from all over the places. So if you're around here, we will have the opportunity of introducing you and have a quick investor.
And how much there is Samantha?
Yeah.
It's 26 started from around 27. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that will be.
That.
It's going to be before that. Yeah, that's right. The first week of April is Semana Santa, so we'll try to avoid it and put it before.
At the end of March is also.
Yeah. So it will be before that. But it's our intention. You will have the date. Okay, that was fundraising. So advices when you're growing up a company. So don't do that if you haven't found the product market fit. If you're still into the traction mode or trying to know if what you're doing makes sense, don't take this advice. Have it in mind, but don't do more than that, okay? Wow, I don't like this. Regarding management, yeah, about 25 employees, you need to have a structure. So every employee has to know who is the manager and who are you reporting to. My advice, make it clear to everybody. Don't go into complex matrix like, okay, you're reporting to that, but then the person that is low into the management team or something, he's going to be feeling not so good, and then you create something and you make them reporting. Don't do that. That is not advisable. Really common when you are in a big enterprise. Avoid the temptation of have coolness via lack of structure. This is typical in the Nordics country. They like some sort of a structure. Everybody is reporting to the CEO, and that is great and really productive when you have a small team. But when you have 25 people and onwards, when you do that, that is not productive at all. So keep it lightwise. Don't do concrete. So everything we have done so far here is to try to convince you to, first of all, you need to be building a great product. And then after that, you build a great company. Some of the companies that we have here, they are more intense into building a company than the others. Metrica says probably not, but we have some other from the previous batch that they have 20 employees already, but they don't have a traction and everything. Why? Because they are able to get funds from the European Union or the Spanish, and they can recruit almost for free. So they do that. First, great product, then great company. Don't do that too quickly. Okay, a few things. Codify. How do you do things? You founders, you can set up the way of doing things into your organization and think in a very structured way. For example, using, I don't know, Dropbox for keeping all your files all together, putting a structure about the filing, thinking about, how you structure that. Codify how you do it, because that will be spread out later on. And really, very important, why you're doing what you're doing. So that will create the cultural values for your company. HR. Everybody thinks about HR and it's boring. Yeah, all the movies and everything about you see the human resource, but to be honest with you, it can speed you up if you do things clear. Okay, have a clear structure, as I told you, performance feedback. Everybody needs to have like a simple, a frequent way of getting the performance of everybody into the organization, and then start to think about the compensation bands. Every time you recruit an engineer, you have like a salary band where they're going to be. You keep that to your records. Why? Because if anyone gets that salary band, people will start to get into a really hard situation. Why this person is getting much more money than we are, but at least you have those bands to discuss with your employees about why we cannot get more money into your salary. Okay? Equity beginners. That is our advice. Your investors will try to not to do it. Okay? They will try to say, no, why these people need to have. But those first employees, those are going to be the ones that make your company really big. So you need to distribute between between 3 and 5% every year. Sorry, that means that everybody is going to get diluted. Sorry, but you're getting diluted, but the company is also getting bigger. So that's the approach you need to have. Distribute between 3 and 5 per year. So stock investing. We thought we were talking when we started here about 4-year vesting period, especially for founders and the early employees and everything. So if you're going to be getting a stock, but okay, at this time you could be on your 2nd or 3rd year of your company, and you don't want to be feeling that this person is going to be vested for the next year. So he's thinking about leaving. Why? Because he's going to be vesting already their shares, and so he has the possibility of going away with that. So what you will do is to have another structure on top, about 6 years, and then think about pyramid vesting. That means if you stay here in the beginning, you will get a little bit, but then if you stay longer, you will get much more. Okay. This is the only way of getting these companies, these people in the company. And then an option management system early. That will allow the management also to buy some shares and allow you to get finance through these shares. Oh, that's great. I'm sorry, I win. It's mine. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, option management system that will allow you to get financed by the people coming into your company. Okay, after you have reached 50 people into your company, you need to be thinking about some things. Sexual harassment, that is compulsory in US companies, so think about where you are and what you need to be applying to. Diversity training, then try to implement something like monitor burnout. This is to try to see if people is working really heavily on time. For example, if you have a ticketing service and you need to clean every ticket that you get every day, this is going to be bigger and bigger. So at the beginning, you take it like something very fun, but later on, you're running like 100-meter, but over a long period of time, so people get really burnt out. Okay. Hiring process. You will need to think about a full-time recruiter, someone that is recruiting for you. Outsourcing, yeah, you will have someone probably into your company or outside your company that help you out to get the right people in. Our suggestion is that, first of all, you you try to bring everybody from the contacts you have in the company. That is the way that most of the successful companies like Google, Facebook, and everything, they do. So when you join these companies, someone from HR will be close to you over a week, like going through all your agenda, trying to find which are the key guys that you can recruit by being there. Sooner or later, that will run out, and you need a full-time recruiter into your company. Okay. New employees ramp up. Every time an employee comes to the company, you'll find a buddy, someone that will come along over the first week and help him or her to get used to everything that is set up in the company. Okay, think about diversity early. This is one of the major problems that engineering companies have. You tend to recruit more and more engineers, and at the end, you don't have enough diversity. Most of the startups they lack this one later on. So the earlier you put diversity in your company, better. And the other thing that is really important is the growth of your early employees. So okay, speaking, you have 4 people here. Later on, your company is going to be growing, and you will have a lot of engineers with you. So sooner or later, you need to hire a VP of engineering. So the normal thing you will do is like the early employee that came will say, no, I will become the VP of engineering. And you need to be saying no, because the type of profile is completely different. If you say that from the beginning, it's okay. But if you say that when you need to be recruited, there will be a hard conflict. So think about the growth of the early employees into your company. Otherwise, they will leave. Okay, company productivity. Alignment. Everybody has to be aligned about what you're doing. Everybody. And have the same goals. Try to bring the top 3 goals you have in your mind, and that every single employee you have in the company need to know by heart. So if someone asks, what are you focusing right now? Speaking. What are you focusing on? Growth. Everybody knows. At least I know. So first top priority, growth. Then probably is another functionality, another thing, but that has to be very clear for everybody. Be run by product, not by process. Ship every day. Have counters. Have something. I wish you have a counter on top of you right now saying how many people are into the platform, that everybody knows. How many new contracts have you signed? You're thinking. In my previous job, we had a bell. Every time that it was a new deal, we rang the bell, and everybody got excited about that. That is very, very interesting for you guys to set up very early, okay? Have transparency and rhythm in communication. So everybody should know what you're doing. So weekly meetings, at least 15 minutes every week, everybody should know. And then when you have, at least the management team, when you have a lot of people, you will have what is called an all-hands meeting. And you can do that every 2-3 weeks. So everybody knows what you're dealing with. And then quarterly and annual planning and offsite. What does it mean? Bringing you all the way to Tarifa, put you in a cabin, have fun, drink, and talk about the company. That is something you put into your company quickly. Right now, you're all friends, but later on, you're going to be bringing people that probably they are not, and you need to okay. Running out? No. Sorry. That doesn't work. Okay, the goal. You need to have a goal in your company, and the most difficult thing is to have repeatable innovation. But this is something you have to have into your mind, at least the what else? Mechanics. And now it's not working. This something is going on, so play. It's not working. Yeah. Sorry about that. Box. What's going on here? This doesn't work. Okay, there's only 2 more slides. I'll do it here. 2 more slides. Sorry about that. That was the last one, right? Okay, mechanics, legal, finance, accounting, and tax, everything you should be thinking already right now. So talking about all your legal documents, they need to be stored in a special place. All the stock, the VRAM, the trademarks, the IP, the intellectual property, all the patents. I mean, you can do a provisional patent also on in the United States. That will cost you no more than $1,000. I mean, that is not the full one. After 11 months, you need to decide if you are going to be using that, but at least you're winning time into that. Trademarks, US and international. We did that with Bolt, and I think we are avoiding to have problems with some of the companies. All the domains, time to think about buying all the domains, misspellings that people do, trying to look for you, buy them. And then, yeah, consider hiring a full-time fundraising. Why? Because you're going to be almost fundraising continuously. So bring someone on board. Some tax structuring. Okay, something about the deals. Important. First of all, build a great product first. I cannot stop saying that again. Develop a personal connection with the people that you're selling to. In your case, look, I was there. Personal connection with them, with the one you're representing. This is key. Competitive, dynamic environment within your users. And I cannot say it more and more. That was what Carlos Blanco said. Charo es una pesada. It's not. She's persistent. I mean, I cannot repeat more. Persistent. Keep on, keep on, keep on. That is the only way. Another way, another thing about the deals, I've seen it too many times. You enter a meeting and you don't say to the person you have in front, what do you want? Do it. Ask it. What do you want? I want an agreement with you doing this. No, I want you to buy me this product. Say it. Verbalize it. Everybody's hiding it all the time. No, I should have a connection first, and then we'll see. We don't know. So the meeting is not leading anywhere. You need to be asking. So be assertive about that. And this is something that I really like. This is a business card, and that's the story behind Airbnb. So one of the founders wrote into a business card what happened to them. Someone scanned it and put it here. I like it. Why? They show, first of all, the process. The most important thing in the beginning is to try to find a product market fit. That is what you're trying to do right now, right? And then you go and meet the people. Go and try to get the first 100 customers almost by hand. I'm sure you are the speaker. You've been doing that. I mean, talking to your friends, asking them to get into the platform. You need to be doing it. And then they talk about the story. They started, nothing happened, and then TechCrunch got it. They got into Y Combinator. They had a peak, and then suddenly everything died out, and they almost died. And they call it here crash of ineptitude. So they were about, and then through of sorrows. They were having a lot of pain here. Took them about 3 years to go and get what they wanted to get. And it was wiggles of false hope. Yes, no, yes, no. We look like, and then releases an improvement, and then it started to go and live it like that. So, okay, that was a good story for a company that I think is valued more than 9 billion euros. Took them 3 years. You're going to be feeling that, I'm sure, sooner or later. Something like that. So that was it. Okay. Have this in mind. This is not for right now, but it will be for you guys, for you in the future. Okay. That's it. Adolfo and I, we're going to be here later on for talking about the deals that we want you to sign with us. Send to you for raising money. And anything you need, we're going to be here for. Okay. I just forgot. Charo told me that tomorrow we have mentoring. It is in your calendar and is related to creativity, and copy. So he's Juan Leal. You know him. Okay, so he will give, and most probably next week we'll have an amazing guy of SEO. Okay.
The one that didn't come.
No, not the one that did come. We know him. Is one of the founders of one of the company, Urban M, and extremely busy. I don't think he's that good. That is my personal opinion. And his English is a little bit, so I will try to get someone more senior for you guys. Next week, we have at least 3 investors coming. We are waiting for 3 other more that it will be. And so you need to check it out, what is going on in the calendar. Okay. Ariel Poler will be there. He's a really well-recognized business angel from Silicon Valley, a little bit like Semyon Dukas, although he doesn't have that story behind about movies and everything, but he's been quite successful. Actually, the company that I have, the T-shirt right now, is called Strava. Do you know this company? You probably know.
It is like
Endomondo. Do you know another competitor that is called Endomondo? The idea is to compete, one, against yourself or other people that they've been either running or cycling or skiing or doing something related to that. So if you go to a well-known track, you can try to beat these guys, and everything is going to be online. The company raised $32 million, okay, on a Series D, so quite successful. Strava comes from the Swedish. I spent some time in Sweden, and that means to strive, which means take the most out of you. So it is related, and that is the slogan I would like to put it on you. So try to get the most out of you into your company. That will be the key. Okay. So that was it. Short, concise. Sorry for the delay again. So. No digas todavía nada, tío, que está grabando.